Hello and welcome to the Collective All Signs reading for Saturday, February 5th, 2022. Collective All Signs reading for Saturday, February 5th. What messages do we have? Messages for the collective, all signs. It has to come all the way out, or I'm not going to read for them. Saturday, February 5th. Okay, I think that's it. That was quite a chunk that came out there. See what we've got here. Okay, we're going to need to make room. Okay, so looks like we got a lot of blues. Some purples. So blue is like the third eye chakra, has to do with the third eye chakra, and purple is the crown chakra. That card actually came out. Okay, so your first card here is Speak Your Mind. So these two figures here, they look to be like they're on top of a castle. And each person has like a dandelion, like seeded flower in their hand. So as they're speaking, those seeds are blowing off into the wind in order to come up as flowers later. So I'm feeling that there's going to be important conversations taking place between you and others that are going to be planting these future seeds of growth. So I'm noticing the orange in the sky there, which corresponds to the second or sacral chakra. And the number 2, also there is 2 cats at the bottom there. You may have 2 cats, or you may be thinking about adopting 2 cats, or you may have 2 small animals that go through life with you, rather, at this particular time. Then we have listening to wisdom. So we see this crow here is like whispering into this female person's ear. We're assuming that it's a witch. So you may have like divine inspirations from spirit that like are words or phrases that may pop into your awareness, or you might actually hear them like in a clairaudient kind of sense. So crows can also represent ancestors that have gone like before us. So this may be like a an ancestor that is like trying to reach out to you and deliver some sort of message through the spirit realm. We could see has her hand up to her ear. And it says listening to wisdom. So be sure to think through all your decisions carefully. Sometimes it's okay to say, if people pressure you to make a decision right away, let them know you'll think about it and get back to them. And then actually think about whether you want to do the thing that they want you to do. And then once you've determined whether you want to or not, you can always just say no. And once you've put that a bit of time between the ask and the, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, I'm writing a book or whatever, people generally just accept that. And they're like, oh, okay, well, maybe next time or whatever. Like you don't usually get the kind of pressure that you do if you say no right away. There's a little tip for you. Okay, anyways, we have affirmation for healing the heart. So we see lots of fire magic here. There's a fire going. There's also like candles on the wall. There's some sage on the table there. A dog at her feet. You may have wanted to get a dog, or you may want to get a dog, or that may be one of the things that you've been thinking about, adding to your family. So my attention's being drawn to the broom there, the fireplace broom. So there might be some physical cleaning that you need to do in your environment. To clear out, past energies. This is affirmation for healing the heart. So I would light, I would do some actual fire magic with this, and I would light some tea lights, and I would say, like, before I lit the candles, I would say, like, my affirmation out loud, like, I affirm that this fire magic flame is going to be healing to my heart chakra. And then I would light the candle and let it burn all the way to the end. And then when it goes out, it's like that intention, like gets released off into the universe. So there may be another person that you're actually like telling your story to, or like hugging and like leaning on type of thing. And then we have ground and center. We could see this magical energy is all like swirling around the witch there. Again, we see the broom symbolism of, to me, this is house cleaning. Whether that's, in the three-dimensional realm, or, clearing out emotional clutter, intellectual clutter, old ideas, beliefs, or value systems that really no longer serve our progress. Like it's all about the soul's progress through lifetimes. Again, we see the cat, the familiar cat there beside this witch. So you might want to do like a visualization where you visualize, roots coming out from your feet and connecting with the Mother Earth, the Gaia energy. Or like in this particular depiction, we see the witch's hands are like out and like open in like a gesture of like receiving blessings. So it says ground and center. So you could say something like, I am grounded and centered, or like, if you have some hematite jewelry, that's always good to wear for grounding type of exercises. You would put your hematite jewelry on and say, I am grounded and centered. Okay, then we have number 33, miracle. Beautiful card. All these colors, they're corresponding to the different chakras. It says, the frequency of miracles supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So Spirit reminding you that anything is possible, and not to be stuck in those mental ruts, that we sometimes get into. Overthinking. As adults, like, it's really not needed. Just know that everything and anything is possible, and approach life from that place. Then we have number 37, realization. Getting like a heart chakra vibe off of this card. The frequency of realization supports our internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in the world. So I feel very much that you're going to be embodying this energy at least for the next 6 months. That you will be becoming your highest expression in the world. And I'm feeling that it's going to be connected to your heart chakra or some sort of passion project that you're pursuing at this time. We have number 12, change. And it says the frequency of change supports our ability to peacefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. So I feel very much that you're going to be doing this, releasing those old energies that no longer serve you, and birthing in these new, more productive, more creative, more inspired energies for change. We have number 40, soul time. Again, it looks like the energy is like bursting outward from that center point. I'm noticing the square, but also a circle in the middle and the infinity symbol, just straight up and down in this card. And it says, the frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So Spirit reminding you that you are timeless, your soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So that means what you can accomplish is timeless, limitless, and infinite. Powerful. We have number 7, crown chakra. It's like a violet connected energy centers there. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So I feel that you're going to be very much doing this. You're going to be transmuting the negative energy that other people may be like flinging at you into like a positive light energy. Some people aren't even aware of how low they're vibrating at. And, they think it's normal to be, whatever, criticize people and always be down on others and stuff like that. And that's actually quite toxic and low vibrational. The crown chakra is the highest chakra on the body. It's actually located at the top of the head, and it goes off into like a V-type pattern to connect to the energies, the upward energies of the universe. There, you may be getting psychic downloads directly through your crown chakra, where you just know things without knowing exactly how you know them. They just sort of jump into your brain awareness. So we have number 22, divine masculine. Says the frequency of the divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. So I feel that you're very much are going to be doing this, bringing your dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. We have number 44, universal love. Beautiful card. Looks like a starburst. That's what it reminds me of. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So Spirit reminding you to extend that universal love to all creatures and beings in your life. We have number 8, alchemy. Frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemists to perform the miracles of transmutation. So yeah, I feel like you're going to be very much using this alchemist energy for change and for the realization of your soul mission. This may be also tied to some sort of, this change may be tied to some sort of a miracle realization as well. Okay, and then we have meditation to dig deep. So we see this figure here is actually digging in a garden. I'm noticing the amethyst crystals at the bottom there. Be sure to look up amethyst. It's also tied to the sign Pisces, so you may be a Pisces or have a strong Pisces influence in your chart. So I'm noticing the mushrooms. There's quite a few mushrooms in this card as well as grass. Be sure to look up spiritual meaning of mushroom and spiritual meaning of grass. There'll be additional messages for you there after the video. So yeah, Spirit reminding you to take the time to meditate, to connect with your higher self or your deeper self or however you look at it. Take that time, even if it's just 15 minutes in the morning, to connect to your energy centers there and let whatever information flows through, whatever wisdom flows through from Spirit, let that just come through. Okay? So I'm getting that if you actually do the meditation, that you'll see a big change, a big benefit, a big energetic shift in your life if you take the time to do the meditation exercise, even for 15 minutes a day. So that's my challenge. 15 minutes, my challenge to you, viewer, 15 minutes a day of meditation, starting today. So we have this beautiful card, Accept Love. We see this witch here is brewing up a giant cauldron of love, or I don't know, witch soup. Anyways, we see all these hearts floating out from it. So, like, Spirit reminding you that if you enjoy cooking, to definitely take the time to do that. And you may feel like you're actually infusing love into your cooking creations. You may be just accepting love from a pet in your life. You may not have a significant other, and that's okay too. You're okay if you don't have a significant other. Then we have Fire Magic. Beautiful card. Noticing the chameleon there at the bottom and the various candles as well. It's like this magical fire power is like levitating in her hands. There may be some sort of creative project that you're very much focused on at this time, but it kind of has a power of its own. She's not actually touching the fire. It's like that fire is like levitating, like, but it's in her hands, so she's somewhat controlling it. I hope that makes sense. So it's like if you have a project that you're like a passion project that you work on, maybe in your spare time. Maybe you have a job you hate, and in your spare time you work on a passion project. Right? So it may be just a little fire right now, but it has this potential to be this big bonfire. That's casting off this big, smoke like into the universe there. So the chameleon is able to blend in to its environment, right? So whatever background it has around it, the chameleon is able to blend in. So I feel that you're very much are going to be embodying this chameleon type energy and are going to be able to fit in, blend in to your environment. Then we have Affirmation for growth. So we see this witch here as a seedling that she's taking care of. She's wearing a green dress, which to me connects to the Heart Chakra. So this may be like a project that is close to your heart. It may not necessarily be a physical garden, but it could be like a work type garden where you're planting seeds of projects, or like an investment garden where you're planting seeds of like, buying different investments and seeing, if they grow up and produce you, some fruit over time type thing. Again, we see the broom in the background there, so definitely do that cleaning up and getting rid of, driving away the stuff that you don't use anymore. I mean, if it's just clutter to you and it's just taking up your space, then donate it to like the nearest Salvation Army or whatever. Like bless somebody else's life with it, you know what I mean, if you're not using it anyway. So we have imagine and envision. So Spirit wants you to take the time to actually imagine yourself getting the things that you want. So say you want a new house. There's a castle there on there. So you need to imagine and envision yourself moving into that new house, what that new house looks like, what it smells like, what it feels like, what it, each room looks like all around you. She's got a book there that she's actually drawing. Looks like she's drawing pictures in. You might want to get a book like that where you can sketch out your goals and actually like draw them or color them in after you sketch them out. Okay, then we have number 3, solar plexus chakra, and it says, the frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. I feel like you very much are coming into this energy of knowing what your contribution is to the whole. It may have taken quite some time for you for this realization to come to the surface. But I feel that this has really come to the surface in like the last year or 2 years. Okay, then we have number 27, fertility. So I feel you very much are going to be embodying this fertile type energy. It says, the frequency of fertility invites us to be more open, more courageous, more creative, and more joyful than we were before. It activates the potential for something beautiful to grow from our consciousness into a new and grander expression of ourselves. So I feel that you're going to be becoming this new and grander expression of yourself, which is so beautiful. And then we have number 2, sacral chakra. It's orange. Frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So I feel that you very much are going to be using this chakra to manifest success and abundance in your life. We have number 38, remembrance, which always reminds me of like an Indian headdress or like some type of crown. It says the frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul in a body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. So I'm feeling that very much the Spirit has provided you with these spiritual tools for you to use, and it's connected to this soul remembrance of all of the previous lifetimes that you've lived. We have number 20, discernment. We see the third eye chakra is lit up on this figure here. It says the frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. I feel you very much are going to be doing this, viewing people with compassion and wisdom. And then we have number 14, communication. Looks like these circles are all connected gears, interconnected gears. It says the frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. And we see that with the green color here on this card, which represents the heart chakra. Also, I'm noticing the purple. So this is connected to the crown chakra, and the blue, which is the third eye chakra. So heart, third eye, and crown chakra are all going to be involved in this communication. These various forms of communication. And then we have number 32, Merkaba. And it says the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experience into our present to serve our highest purpose. So I feel that you're going to be doing this very much. You're going to be merging the totality of your experience into your present to serve your highest purpose. Merkaba. I'm going to pull a trinket. Okay, 2 came out. We have the mask. The mask. So someone might be trying to trick you. Someone might be hiding their true intentions. They're wearing a mask. They're not showing their true selves. We're going to put that on communication. Then we have the 2 intertwined hearts. So one heart connected to another. This may be a significant romantic relationship, a friendship, other maybe a work, somebody who just loves you as a friend, like type thing. And we are going to put that. Oh, okay. It wanted to go on remembrance because it flew out of my hand onto that card. Okay. So you may be remembering this love from a past life. This may be somebody who has past connection, life, like past life connection with you. So those are your messages. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. If you've watched the video this far, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Be sure to check out my other videos. And thank you so very much for watching. And you have a wonderful day.